Good morning. Hello. London time again. So, yeah, I'm really trying to now start early because of the 2 a.m. move with the 152.10 macro. I really want to start tracking it. And I think it's awesome to do that during the stream. So, just working on getting more data on it. It's a model I'm really testing and just getting more examples and make maybe a follow up on the video that I already made because obviously the video that I made was just the examples of the last week, but I guess it's just 1 week of data. Obviously I was seeing it already a while back and looking at it, but now I'm actively really collecting data on it and getting it more refined so I can really build a model around it. But yeah, again, we can see the dark green line is the New York PM session's first percentage fair value gap. This is on the 5 minute, but obviously it's a little bit bigger than on the 1 minute. And again, like yesterday, New York, the midnight price and the first percent, we're in it right now. So let's see if we are getting out of it in the 152.10 macro. So yeah, I'm just really eager to start collecting more data. So trying to combine that with the start of the stream, the London stream. Why not, right? So anyway, good morning, Metro Z. How are you? So yeah, you see again how the 130, the first percent per value gap of the PM session is again in this area, right? It's like, yeah, new month. I agree, and let's hope it gets a better month, right? Because apparently, well, we have a lot of going on in the world. And that's why we are. Yesterday was horrible. Ugh, gosh. But do you see again the green line is the first percentage fair value gap of yesterday's PM session? And let me go to the 1 minute because we want to track price, right? But now on the 1 minute we are above it, right? Here we go. Let's see. So that's a little bit that's a little bit more, that gives us a little bit more confidence in the 150.10 macro. Let's see, what time are we now? We're 1:48. Yeah, I'm really trying to build a model around this. So and at some point I might have to redo the video that I made because it's just an initial one I want to share with the group. So let's see. The pink line is the first percentage fair value gap of yesterday's AM session. The green one is yesterday's PM session, and this one is yesterday's AM session. So also what I explained in the short that I made is like it's a roadmap, and sometimes if you don't have if you're ranging, it is like they bounce between them, right? And this one is the open. So let me show you where the market opened. It's the first percentage value gap offered when the market opens at 6 p.m. So I don't know, I can't remember who asked me that question, like how do you know which fair value gaps are significant? Well, this is one way of putting it. ICT made another video today or yesterday, I must say. Very valuable information about the suspension block. So yeah, so we just get more and more information, right? So now let's see what happens. Oh, I have to close my door because there's a lot of wind. Oh, yesterday I overslept for the PM for the morning session. Oof. I thought, let me take a nap. I was so tired. I guess my body goes in hibernation when it's cold and windy and rainy, like just like in the Netherlands. And I fell asleep and I didn't wake up until just after market open. And you know how it is, right? When you wake up, you're like, oh my god, where am I? And when oh shit, I need to start doing the stream, and then you're behind, and it's horrible. So that's why I don't really nap. Now, so we're hoping around. Oh, I have to start my. Hold on, I have my own account open on my other computer now. I've got my trading feedback. Because the market is so horrible, I'm gonna start with some paper trading. So I need to open up my paper. I didn't do that. See, I knew I forgot something. Where are you? Yeah. So we're still in the process of building a model around this 2 a.m. move. So bear with me. Hold on. I just want to open my paper trading in case I need to warm up a little bit. I've been taking some losses on my evaluation, guys, because of the challenging market. So, yeah, I really want to get back. So I don't know if anyone watched the ICT video, the suspension block. So you know it's a very easy concept. It's just two. If you have a fair value gap here, well, this one only has one volume imbalance. Oh, here actually we have one. I see one here. Look, you need two volume imbalances on both sides, and that's called a suspension block. Let me mark this one. I see. Oh, here's another one. Now the only thing is I see a lot of them. So you've got suspend. So this is suspend. Even though you have a wick on either side, on one side, it doesn't mean it is rebalanced. So if you see like volume imbalance here, volume imbalance there, it's a suspension block, and he marked all of them. I've been taking trades on my. You've seen me a whole week on. You've seen me a whole week on my evaluation. That was my other stream because I didn't have my trading view. I've been doing my evaluation all week that last week. You weren't here? Yesterday I was doing my paper trading in London. I wasn't paper trading in London yesterday. That was my evaluation account. Yeah, I'm a full-time trader. I've been working for prop firms. I've been doing a lot of trading, and now I'm on my own. So, were you not here yesterday? I thought you were here. You saw me on weren't you here in London? I took my trades on my evaluation. And yes, I paper trade a lot, especially when I start. And I'm not ashamed of it because what I do a lot of the times, I show it's also for safety wise. I paper trade on stream as much as possible and evaluation because you have to be very careful when you live stream. I will never show my live account live, but I will paper trade it, mimic it, and then I'll tell you if it's my, and I will tell you honestly if I'm doing the same on my live account, but I will never show my live account on stream. But if I paper trade only, I'm always very transparent. This is a paper trade only. And if people don't like it, I don't give a shit, to be honest. I'm keeping it safe here for myself as well. But if I am, my evaluation, I just don't like the trade of it side to show that here, but I had to because of the trading view issue, remember? So that's why I was on my evaluation and my funded account side. And if I take a trade on my funded or evaluation, I will say, but I always mimic it. That's the safest way to do it. I mimic it on paper trade, and I like to, I want to show that as well. If they, you know, you always have to be very careful on YouTube. And if it's only paper trade, I will just say it. I'm always transparent about it. So no, I do not paper trade on here, but you will see it paper trade. But if it's a funded or evaluation, I will tell you. So I don't think it really, I mean, no, honesty, does it really matter if someone shows you a paper trade or and they do it on the side? Yeah, exactly. And that's the point. And it's also a way for me to rule out the people that are just into, if people are, I don't care. I don't want to be like 100 million subscribers. I want this channel to be focused on learning and not on signals and, oh, what do you do for, how much is your risk reward? If I tell you, I've been profitable with a 50% risk reward, very profitable actually. So it doesn't, and So that whole question, oh, what's your R&R? If I say 60, 70%, what does it tell you? It doesn't tell you shit because you don't know my risk reward. I'm a distribution move player, so I have the I just need to reset. Hey, I'm still a YouTuber. It's called a YouTuber when you have a small when you're just starting. It's called a YouTuber, and when you're over, I think over 1,000 subs, they call you you are a small channel. So, but technically, I never heard that term a YouTuber, but I'm still. So on days like this, I really want to trade only my model, and if I have a really the best models that I actually have is my in the AM session, New York AM session that I really rely on. So I'm really eager to. I do have some things that I do trade in London, but it's not like a really a solid model that I really can, sit back at it and I know it works out 80% of the time. So that's why I'm really trying to build a few models now in London, and I'm tracking a few things. But the only one that I'm really talking about now on stream is this one, because it really, if you go back in last week and if you watch that video, it's just crazy how many. I just used 1 week's example. It was 4 good examples and one. Okay, this I'm not going to trade, or this one is less likely that I really like. But now we're getting 2 other examples which I'm going to add. But we know the market is being held in, it healthy. It's I was happy to hear ICT said the same thing, because sort of like, well, obviously we saw it yesterday, but that it's, we're not, it doesn't make you, because I was like, really, why am I not seeing it, and what's happening? And but yeah, it's just the market. So we no need to worry if you're struggling now. It's not you. It's really the market, and things will get better at some point again. So the only thing that I'm also working on my for my is just trying to see it sooner. Like really, okay, if something happens, like if it's behaving like this, just close your, be fine with closing your charts and just walk away, and then check again in the PM session, because we did have a good move yesterday in the PM session. Good move, a better move. It went to the target. Okay, now let's see. Now what I see in this area is just, it's very slow, right? It's very lethargic. So it's sort of like giving me information already. We're just below midnight. It doesn't really invite me to get in. We create another, we didn't take any highs, we didn't take any low within this macro. We've got first presented below us, the 130. It's always around the 130. It's great. I mean, it's every time, right? Let's go to the 5 minute again. You see in the 5 minutes we're in it. So maybe that's also something that I'm going to add in the information. If it's also not on the 1, but always check the 3 and the 5 minute. See in the 3 and the 5 minute, the whole macro is within this area. So is it going to run maybe outside macro? Let's see, because I've got this area here, the 746. I've got multiple confluences there. So when it doesn't run after, like say you have a move to the downside, right? Because you can split sometimes you can split oh, it's my cat, no cat, go. You can split the macro in two, right? So sometimes it uses the first half to make a move down, and then the second half, for example, it can do the distribution move, right? But if you can see already after a few minutes, if you get, like for example, it could have done this and then maybe go back up, right? But it didn't take out any liquidity. So if you see that in a macro, and even though it can be split in half a macro, it's already an indication. Okay, it didn't take any liquidity. Well, it did take out some, load of range that it created before, but nothing significant. It's already telling you already. Like for me, this was already an indication. Okay, do not get involved right now, because it didn't take out any low which has been created. It just goes back up and it just is consolidated within a macro. Again, that is just not what we want to see for this model. But what you saw in the video was there was a move at 230. We didn't have that yesterday, but because this is so close now, I'm wondering if we're going to run into this very soon. Let's see. Now, little cute kitty catty, you screwed up my. You cannot go on the desk. I'm gonna take you off. Let's take the little one. You're very cute, but I don't want you on the desk. Yeah. Okay, now let's see. The macro is ended, and are we gonna get the move down now? So if I look at this, this is just I'm looking at the around the points. So for this 46, I'm not interested because why? It's 15 points, but I don't want to. My risk reward. I really try to take the larger move, but maybe because it's a scalpers market now, I might be more interested. But I might not take a trade at all, um, because of the markets we're in, and just take read and go over my analysis and just go over my thought process because um, I don't want to take risk for just 15 points if that makes sense to you. We're outside macro. We didn't do anything. We're in the 3 and the 5 minute index first presented fair value gap, which always is an indication that it's not optimal environment. Now I do believe we're going into that area, but yeah, it's just not. I just you know, it's just really interesting. We do have the weekly open here, but you must agree with me that we have the macros. The macros pool to take. It does only two things, right? They take liquidity and it balances out imbalances. Why it didn't do it? Why didn't it happen in the macro? That's number one question. Because they're still in a manipulation algo. That's one. Now, sometimes you'll see that it runs just right after it, but most likely it will go a little bit lower and then it will just go back up and then it will use the next macro. So this is very indicating. This gives you a lot of information. First, first information was it didn't take out any lows. Now, did it take out a high? Maybe here it did. Yes, tiny one, but not significant, right? It didn't tap into. It didn't tap into this first percent fair value gap. It didn't tap into. Didn't take out an Asia high. Not into. It's just really again quite annoying the price action, but it's okay. I mean, we learn a lot. And let's have a look at the higher time frame again. Let's have a look. We still have this. Oh, these are so juicy, right? I'm gonna take all this off. You need to go. You're all gonna go. You see it's going down, but you see how it's going, right? It's sort of like trickling down, but it's so slow again, and you see it makes a wick, and it's just it's gonna take ages to go to just to that little area, right? So it's just really taking a long time. So yes, you can take it for 20 points and be in a trade for 20 points for over 20 minutes, most likely. I would rather not be. So this is 214, and let's see. I think it, it might hit it in the 230, 220, 230 area maybe, and then reject from it. I might be more interested in that move, to be honest, because already that was one of the and take a very small risk. Just put the stop right below the first percentage fair value gap, because once it goes through there, it's obviously bearish, right? So yeah, let me just. I might be interested at around 230ish, or maybe starting in this area now, getting interested in a long. But just it's just going to be. I'm just going to scalp. It's going to. right in my first presented fair value gap of yesterday. So this is an area of interest now for me. So what I'm looking at right now is if we hit this area here and we are rejecting of it, which I'm hoping it will, then I'm anticipating a long from here. So I'm using my first presented fair value gaps, the different ones from different sections, as a roadmap. I'm combining time, I'm combining different things together, because I'm only going to trade if things are lining up together. And the 150 to 210 macro didn't offer anything. So now the next thing is, are we going to get a move at 230, which can give me a proper setup, which I feel comfortable with. I align time. And let's see now, because I like seeing that this new suspension block that ICT dropped, we've got liquidity here. But we might go lower, right? Because we've got the weekly open here, the daily low, a daily low. So naughty. Apparently that is a macro, I guess. Why not delayed data on one of my charts? This is not delayed. Why is this one delayed? Are you kidding me? Okay, you see? Now I'm getting in. Okay, this is, it's not, I don't think it's delayed. It's going the same. Oh, it is delayed. 747. Okay, paper trade. My stop loss is going to go below. It's only paper trade. I'm not doing anything on my evaluation for it or live accounts yet. I'm still warming up. And I'm still backtesting this model. I might take it, but yeah, it's not delayed. I don't have delayed data on this screen, right? It says delayed data on this one, so no, this should be okay. Oh god, okay. Well, anyway, this screen should be okay. I'm looking at my live account, and it's the same. I've got the same price actually. I'm not in a live account, or not in. I'm not trading anything else. I always say that if I do, if I don't, I always say that as well. Um, I'm in the red on my evaluation because of yesterday. I tried a few things in the day before, and so shit happens. Mm. And you know why I like to paper trade a lot? Because I journal them just as well as I do live trades. So that's why I do put on trades, specifically to, that's how my executions, how I improve my executions. Because I really deep dive into, okay, where did I get in? What's my logic behind it? What happened? Why didn't it work? And if I don't do that, I cannot improve my trading. Now, is it wise, thinking about this trade now, is it wise to put my TP above midnight? Now, also, we created a flat top with a wick, so that means we're going to go there later on, maybe not to now. So I'm getting out of this trade now. I'm not gonna let it run to my TP, to my stop loss. I mean, I'm sorry. Again, I don't like the price action. Um, so ICT's new video that dropped, the suspension block. Here we go. Now, he didn't say a lot about it. But does this mean we're bearish? Is this the suspension block? What does it say? We did reject from there, but is it gives a suspension that we are going down? Or is it suspension that is just a temporary move to the downside, or are we going to go lower now into the end wall and to the weekly open? You see what it's just horrible. So this is the 25% line, right? So we are below the 25% of the wick. So that means we can consider this now liquidity. 31. Let's see. Yeah. So we're below the 25% line. So this wick is not a rejection block anymore. We can consider it now liquidity here. Then we can go back to the weekly open, 726. So what I find really interesting now is that the suspension block that ICT gave us yesterday, that was a retest. Just want to point it out. It's this one here, the 1 minute. Boom. It moved into it, and from that moment on, it's going down. Yeah, I'm missing this move. It's annoying. It does. I don't like it, obviously, because these are the moves that I take normally, the longer ones. But shit happens, right? I am a little bit annoyed. I have to be honest, but I just didn't see a proper entry, guys. To be honest, I hope you got. Some of you were in it. Metro Z, did you get? You predicted it? Are you? Were you in it? So what I noticed here is so I know a lot of people don't trade London until 3 a.m. right? So I'm just I really like I'm studying this area and this um just a combination of this fair value gap created this retest and then the suspension block that was made the indication we were going to have a fast move down. But you know when you have a large move and you miss it, that's not an issue because we wait for a retrace in one of the fair value gaps. If it's a continuation move, we're gonna have a better option. So I don't really, I hate it when I miss large moves, but it's okay. So just be patient, we'll be fine. Um, I want to sort. Why didn't I have delayed data on that one chart that I? We'll be fine. We'll have a nice trade. I mean, I'm happy to see the market at least is reacting, right? Okay. And it's reacting exactly in that one in this indication that I already put down. No, it sort of sucks. Yeah. You know, all these indications that you see, those are for me profit targets. If I knew, you know, I always like I already had this drawn. Oh, I'm a little bit pissed off to be honest. Yeah, but if you see purple lines on my chart, it is like targets that I have if I think we're going there. My next profit target is right over here, 26, which says 26. So we're going down, we're going there. 1 hour. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. I'm gonna see what you. I would wait for touching the 1 hour FTG. Should I see a reversal on lower time frame? I might go for it. I just want to have a look at the suspension. Okay, guys, I'm seeing something. I am seeing something. You see where my purple this one is? If we go lower, so ICT suspension block. He says it doesn't matter if it's straight through. It's right into this area as well. So if we go lower, I think this might be a valid area to target. The 2459. Okay, let's go. I need more confluences, but let's see now. It's 252, so we're in a new macro. Let's see if we can get up into this area. And if it's a continuation, we're just going to go lower. Can somebody tell me, is the US government shut down already? Is the shutdown already in ongoing? Let me find out. Average range is 60 points, but we're already at 134. So I just think we're gonna melt down. Um, it's melting down. Yeah. I'm just, I took a short on my evaluation and micro as well. Just one micro. Once I start moving, I'm gonna trail my stop straight away. I'm gonna trail it with it. Yeah. This is not a normal trade. This is just, I think this is just because of the situation. It's really not based on any model or anything. It's just, they're just seeing it being weak and just everything being overextended. The models are not adding up anymore. It's just a meltdown. But let's take advantage of it, right? Okay, now I have to be careful a little bit because it's almost 3 o'clock. We've got another suspension model here. Okay, so the first percent fair value gap of the London session is printing right now, so that's this orange box that you just saw popping up. Now, I just want to see, because ICT, we went down exactly here in this suspension block that I'm just trying to add his new block, and we went back into it, and then we went down, right? So let's see if we have the same thing here. Now we're going over it, okay, because this is now we've got both an imbalance on both sides, but now we're going through it. But it's good because we want that, because we want a better entry, right? We want a retracement. That's why I got out of the trade, because I thought, let it get back into the range, and then we can find a proper trade based on logic, based on normal. We have a range. We have now officially the silver bullet, London silver bullet is starting. So this is what you want to see, just that you get a range printed before the start of the bullet. So that especially the 2:30, 3 o'clock range, and that provides the stage for the silver bullet, right? So just like in the AM session, you want a fair value gap. Did we take any external liquidity? I just want to check. Quickly go to the 15. We did. Now, technically, we want to see it go higher, but it wicked into it right over here. So that's why I'm sort of like, okay, we're back into the first percent fair value gap already, very fast. It's not even taken, it just took one, two, three 1 minute candles to go back into that first percent fair value gap. That is a very weak indication. But it could be manipulation as well. I would rather be stopped out very quickly. Rather not be, to be honest, but so I think this is really just the shutdown. But you know what? Maybe we should wait till 3:30. What time is it now? 3:11. Okay. I would prefer to go up a little bit higher first before we go down. But I don't know. I think it's just really we're just gonna go down because of the shutdown. See, I'm just yeah. So this is not based on any logic at the moment, just besides the shutdown of the U.S. government that we have the meltdown. Well, let's take advantage of it. Irrational behavior. It is not normal. It really. I am gonna drill my stop, and I would rather be stopped out in profit. I'm not. It's just. I'm just taking advantage of the move down. Um, no logic besides just. Well, I mean, no logic in the sense of having a model or just. No, I don't want. I don't want it to go above the first percent fair value gap again. So I should lower my stop to that level because that really indicates that it's not ready to go down. So I'm gonna lower my stop loss just above this one too. Are you still waiting for the reversal, FOZ? It's a little bit of a tricky area, to be honest here. But I was supposed to go to Kruger, but I canceled the trip, so I'm not going. But I might go to another wildlife reserve this weekend. Mm, that was something I was making up. So we are in this rejection block right now of the 4 hour. So obviously we are still, oh shit, 6:34. So that's exactly where we went into, right? Look, I missed that one here. We were into this, so obviously we're stalling. So let's see if we can make it to, if we go lower, are we going to go higher first and then go lower to the 0.5 of this 4 hour rejection block? I missed that. Yeah, I didn't see that one on time, so that's why I was aiming for a lower level. But yeah, obviously this is logic. This is just, So, SMC Charter, talking about the beach, by the way, we had so much bad weather here. I haven't even gone to the beach. So now you can see we have sun again and it's a little bit better. So I'm hoping to go to the beach after the London session. Yeah, I'll see if I can make, if there's not too much wind, I can make a video. It's really nice. We have a beautiful beach here. Very, yeah, it's really awesome actually. Um, but I'm always like, when I'm making videos, it's like, oh, I don't like to have myself in the video. I don't mind talking like this, but like when it's like really lifestyle, I don't know. I have to get used to that, I guess. But yeah, I already started making some little, if I see nice things and, you know, but yeah, I will make some definitely. But I prefer to make educational content, which is actually a little bit harder because you have to be more into, it has to be very, how do I say that? You need good presentation and stuff like that. It takes a little bit more editing, I guess. But anyway, it will come. Give me some time, guys. I'm a YouTuber. When before 1,000 subs, I can call myself a YouTuber. It's just, yeah, and then I'm a small channel, and so as long as I'm a YouTuber, I can make rookie mistakes. It's 1.5 months. I think this is week 6, I believe. Yeah, I think it's week 6. But yeah, it's learning a lot, and I'm still enjoying it. It's fun to do. Um, Let me quickly. I want to calculate the range. And I see what I don't like about this price action again. It's sort of like it doesn't really go. We had this wick into this area here, but it doesn't go further up, right? It's hanging around this first percentage fair value gap again. Um, Again, it could be 50-50. Are we going up? Are we going to go higher in this range? Or are we going to go down because of the government shutdown? Um, what time is it? 3:28. Let's see. We're going to go up to 709, 707-ish. Or are we just going to consolidate? I just want to read more about the government shutdown, how long they expect it to. Okay, it doesn't really say. I mean, if anyone knows, I'm from the US. I was curious if they have any idea how long this shutdown will take. I mean, the government has shut down. Um, so it could cause a lot of thousands of jobs could face furloughs. Essential services continue without pay, and millions of Americans are bracing for disruption. So it's going to be very disruptive. Um, it started. If history repeats, the DXY will. Okay. The only thing that is really good if you're in crypto, I am. Um, so the U.S. government has started. If history repeats, the DXY will dump and Bitcoin will pump. I mean, yeah. So the last shutdown was a month, right? How long will this shutdown be? It's bad, actually. I mean, it's really bad. I mean, I guess I understand why it happened, though, but it's horrible. I don't understand why there's a disagreement on giving money away to illegals. That's why they shut down the government. Crazy stuff. Self-hating people. So there's a lot of people that now are getting paid, and when government is just big jobs. Well, anyway, we just have to try to get most of the out of the market, right? Okay, so now we are rejecting here in this block. 334. Oh, that was 333. Yes. Okay. Paper tray. Oh, three, 333 didn't work. It's most likely going to show this behavior until 344-ish. And again and again and again. increasing a little bit. To be done before the 11 o'clock. So I think you know what is a good thing? I'm gonna get back ASAP and see and do pre-market until lunch session and see how price action goes. See if we can catch something. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, guys. I'll see you back in a bit. And stay safe. And we'll catch each other soon today. Hopefully, we have some better opportunities. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye. See you later.